my name is Candace, aka Picasso baby, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create your very own elf on the shelf. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you so much for stopping back by to paint with me today. So if you don't know, we are on day 2 of 5 days of Christmas with Picasso baby, where I teach you 5 different Christmas painting tutorials that you can do with your friends, family, or loved ones during the holiday season. And today, this one is for the kids. So I'm pretty sure you've seen it. Everybody's seen it. It's been super popular for years now. Elf on the Shelf. Today we are going to be painting one. So this one is going to be a super easy and fun one that you can do with the kids during the holiday season, especially while they are off on Christmas break. But before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and turn on those post notifications so that you do not miss the next tutorial. So as always, I'm going to go over everything that you need before we get started. I am working with a 16 by 20 inch canvas. Remember, you can use the canvas size of your choice. It's completely up to you. I am also going to be doing some drawing today. So I am going to be working with a permanent marker. You can grab the kids some pencils if you'd like. You yourself can use a pencil, and then you can always go over it in marker. Or if you're feeling very confident, you can start off with the marker as well. You also want to make sure that you have some different size acrylic brushes. We are working with acrylic paint. You want to make sure you have a cup with cold water for your brushes, and then also a napkin or some rags to dry them off on, and of course your paint. So I am working with the colors burnt sienna, phthalo blue, chrome yellow, Mars black, bright red, and titanium white. And everything is linked down in the description below. So let's go ahead and get started. So before I actually paint anything out, I am going to draw my elf. Now, I'm doing the shelf on the elf like he's peeking over the painting or like he's peeking at the children. So I am going to start with my marker, and I'm going to start by just doing half of his head. So all I'm starting with is half a circle. So you just want to start with half a circle. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to paint right over it. The next thing I'm going to do is I want to get some of his facial features in, specifically his eyes. So I'm going to do 2 more half circles. So we got those half circles there. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to draw his hair in. Now, he is going to be wearing a hat, so not all of his hair is going to show. So the first thing I'm going to do is right above the head, I'm going to pull a line going across it. And from there, I am going to curve down on each side. So I'm just curving those lines down on each side. And now I also want to pull some hair right in front of his face. So I'm going to come from this side, and I'm going to pull a line going up towards like the center of his forehead. From that line, I'm going to do some quick little curves like that. And from there, so I'm not going to start right where I left off. I'm going to come down just a bit and curve back to where I started at. Now, this is optional if you want to add some little ears. Remember, elf ears are pointy, so I'm going to do a little point there. Same thing on the other side. Point up just a bit, pull it down. Now, of course, we have to add his Santa hat. So I am going to pull a line up and over. And then I am going to pull his hat straight up. The elf on the shelf hats don't really tip over, and they don't have a ball on the end. They just go straight up. So almost like I'm making a triangle. And once you have that in, we are going to go ahead and get ready to paint. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to get my entire background filled in. So I am using my biggest brush, and I am going to make my background a lighter blue. You can do the color of your choice. The kids can do the colors of their choices. It's completely up to you. But I'm going to take some white on my brush and a little bit of blue on my brush. I'm going to let it blend on the canvas. If you would like to mix it on your plate so that you see what color it's going to be, feel free to do so. But remember, you can use the colors of your choice. I'm using blue and white so that I can get a lighter blue. And I am going to paint everything around my elf. Now, once you have your background filled in, the next thing we're going to go in and fill in is his skin tone. Now, again, you can do the color of your choice, but you do want to make sure to switch to a smaller brush. So I'm using a medium round brush. And we already have this burnt sienna that we're starting off with. So if you like the burnt sienna, if you like the brown, you can use the brown as is. If you want to lighten it, you can mix brown and white. Just keep in mind, the more white you use, the lighter it will be. If you want to go for more of a tan color, you can mix brown, yellow, and white, and it'll give you more of a tan color. Once you decide what color you want to use, all you're going to do is go ahead and get the entire face and ears filled in. So everything around the eyes, around the hair, and also make sure you get the ears. So I am just going to mix up some brown and white. So I'm just mixing that up really good on my plate. And then I'm going to get everything filled in. So remember, you're going between the hair. Don't forget about the ears. And you just want to make sure to go around the eyes. All right. Now, the next thing you want to do is wash your brush out because we're going to keep using this brush. And the next thing I'm going to fill in, super simple. I am going to take some white paint and fill in my eyes and also fill in the brim of my hat. You can leave it just white. If you like just the white canvas, feel free to leave it as is. If not, all you're going to do is go in with some white paint and get your eyes filled in. And also the brim of the hat. So the white part on your hat, you can leave it as is, or you can paint a layer of white on top of it. And while I'm working with this white, I'm also going to go in and add some details to my background. So I am just going to take a little bit of my white and I'm going to add some little swirls to my background. If you like yours with the solid color, you can leave it as is. Or if you want to add stars or snowflakes or little dots, it's completely up to you. But I'm just going to go through my background and add some little swirls. Now, once you have the swirls in the background or whatever details you would like in your background, I'm actually not going to wash my brush. I'm going to go right into my red paint and start to fill in the top of my hat. If you would like to wash the white off of your brush, feel free to do so. Remember just to dry your brush off after you wash it, and then you're going to go right into your red and get your hat filled in. Now, one thing I'm also going to do before I finish up with the hat, I'm going to go back into my white, and I'm just going to give my hat a little highlight. So I'm just adding a little white right on top of the hat. And I'm just following the curve that's already there. So I'm doing a curve across, curve down. Now, you do want to go ahead and wash your brush because we are going to go into the hair. Now, for the hair, you can do it the color of your choice. You can do black, you can do brown, whatever color you'd like to do. I want to do a darker brown. So what I'm going to do, still using my medium brush, I'm going to take a little bit of black and I'm going to mix it with some of that brown that I have, some of that burnt sienna. Or again, you can use the black as is. You can use yellow if you want to do blonde hair, whatever color hair you would like. You want to go ahead and get that color. And you are going to fill in the hair. Now, remember, we did a bunch of lines up here, right? All of those lines are going to get covered. Everything except for the hat and the face. Everything, all those lines we made for the hair and the top of the head is going to get covered. All right, so you want to make sure you've got all of the hair filled in. And once you have that, at this point, we have our background filled in. We've added some details to it. We have our hat filled in with the red and the white. We've got our hair and our face filled in. And we filled in our eyes with white, but now it's time to go in and add in some little pupils. So I am going to get rid of my medium-sized brush, and I'm going to switch to my little teeny tiny baby brush. And for the eyes, I am going to do a black circle and then I'm going to do a different color circle. Now, the different color circle is up to you. You could give them blue eyes. You could do green. You could do brown. You could mix up yellow and brown for more of like a hazel or caramel. Okay, so at this point, my mic cut out and I did not realize it, but that's okay because it's a super simple step. So I'm still going to walk you all through it because I have to get you this Elf on the Shelf tutorial. So again, we are painting the eyes. I decided to go with green. So I mixed up blue and yellow and I'm still using my smallest brush. And as you can see, the eye is already white, so we're just adding in the pupil of the eye or the eyeball of it. So I am doing a curved line. I'm starting from the top in the middle and I'm curving over. I'm curving over towards the center. So I started with that first line. I'm going to move over to towards the corner of the canvas and I'm going to do another line exactly like the first one. So I'm just mimicking that first line. I'm going to do the same thing in the other eye. I'm going to start at the top in the middle, curve a line over. And then I'm going to move and make another line exactly like that. So you should end up with 4 lines. Now, whatever color you're using, you are going to fill in the area between those 2 lines with your color. So I'm filling mine in completely with green. So you should end up with the middle section of your eye is going to be filled in with paint. The outer section of your eye is going to still be white. So the outer side on both sides are going to still be white. So you can see I'm just filling it in using my small brush still and my green paint and getting it completely filled in on both eyes. All right, so now it is time. All right, so again, the mic cut out and I did not know, but I have to get you all this Elf on the Shelf tutorial. So we're going to keep going. So the next step is also super simple. All I'm doing is adding some more details to the face, and then I'm also going to be outlining. Now for the rest of these steps, I am only using my smallest brush and a little bit of black paint. So what I'm doing now is I'm filling in the black on the eyes. So towards the corner of each eye, I'm going to fill in black because, again, we want it to look like our Elf on the Shelf is looking to the side, like he's peeking, like he's peering at you. So I am outlining the eye in black, and then I'm also going to fill in a little section of the eye in black, and you can see which part of the eye that I am filling in with black. So you want to outline the outer circle of your eye first. So that circle we started with, I completely covered it with black. And then I am going to fill in that little part of the eye in black. I'm going to do the same thing on both eyes. So the same thing I did on the first eye, I moved right over and did the same thing on the second one. Just outlining it completely and then filling it in. Because, again, we want it to look like our elf is looking over, like he's always watching. Now, once you do have your eyes filled in, I'm going to show you one more detail for the face. And once we do this detail, the rest is going to be completely up to you. But the next thing I'm doing is simply adding in eyebrows. For the eyebrows, I am just using black paint. I'm laying my brush flat down and curving over the eye. So I'm just laying it flat down and curving over the eye. That way it makes a pretty thick line. I don't want the line to be too thin. So if you just lay your brush flat down and curve it over the eye, you're going to get a little eyebrow. And again, I'm still working with black paint. Now, once you have the eyes filled in and outlined and you have the eyebrows on, if you like it where it is, you can leave it at this step right here. But what I'm going to do to really make it pop and clean it up, I'm going to add a black outline on everything. So I am outlining the ears, the face, the hair. I'm going to outline the hat. And I'm still working with my smallest brush and black paint. I'm just adding an outline to everything. This is going to also help you cover up any lines that you might still see. For the most part, everything that we painted in should be covered. But if you used a marker, you might still be able to see some of your lines. So this black outline helps cover that up, and it helps really clean up your painting and helps it pop. We want our Elf on the Shelf to look really good. So if you would like to do this step, feel free to do so. But if you like yours where it's at without the outline, feel free to skip this part. You do not have to add it if you don't want it. So now, once you have the entire thing outlined, if you chose to outline it, all you want to do before you are completely finished is you want to simply sign your painting. So you can sign your initials, you can sign your signature. If you want to add your elf's name, you can sign it with your elf's name. It's completely up to you. I just added with my signature, well, my initials in the corner. And once you've done that, you now have your very own Elf on the Shelf. Thank you all so much for painting with me today, even through the difficulties of the mic going out. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you enjoy your Christmas break with your kids and that they enjoyed this Elf on the Shelf, and that your holiday season with your friends, family, and loved ones is a good one. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on those post notifications, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.